Hello, everybody. Boy, what a week it's been. As you probably assumed in the title, it's been a pretty bad week. Um, Two of my biggest pumpkins, they went down. Most likely, most likely due to a soil-borne fungus that probably has that accelerated its growth and got into those plants and ultimately got into the pumpkin. Um, which kind of doesn't surprise me because, like I've always said, that half of the patch is the wettest. It always has been. So, with that heat and high humidity we had that last week, I guess fungus disease was bound to happen. I mean, if we had better airflow and whatnot, maybe be a different story. But I don't know. But regardless, we're down to one pumpkin, and it was always meant to be a porch pumpkin because it was the smallest. But now, hopefully, it will be my pumpkin that I can take to a way off. So let me spin you around. All right, let's see how well. Let me make him back up. All right, yeah, not too bad. So this is my remaining pumpkin, the great and wonderful 1707 Casper's pumpkin. Um, so as soon as I knew watering the amount of water that I gave this patch was an issue, I had stopped watering for basically, I think, through this last Tuesday, maybe even, yeah. So almost a week that I did not water anything in this patch, including obviously this plant, which gets which dries out the fastest. And we had 2 to 3, I think it was close to 3 nights in the upper 40s. So, and cooler mornings, I mean days, sorry. So the weather wasn't very favorable, and I'm kind of been pulling back on the amount of water I've been giving to this guy. And the reason I'm telling you all this, because maybe I'm trying to talk myself into why the numbers are the way they are. But I have been checking this pumpkin religiously every day underneath the pumpkin, and that is one of 7 fans that once I get done with this, will be surrounding the whole entire pumpkin to keep the bottom dry. Because as you can see, this happened to my pumpkin last year. Actually, my pumpkin last year, it did this much worse, and coincidentally, in the same spot. So it might be the spot that's causing the cantalouping. But last year, the pumpkin did a lot more cantalouping than this, including towards the bottom of the pumpkin. And this guy is doing the same. Because it's been sapping underneath here and here, and it's been doing that all week. But not awful. Not seeing the dreaded puddle underneath this pumpkin like I've seen on the other two. And I'm hoping that because this spot is drier, that the fungus can't flourish over here. And this plant has more dieback, so hopefully the roots aren't as strong and not bringing it up as much of that bad stuff. So we'll see. I did find a fungicide that is supposed to um, kill Fusarium. I don't probably butcher that, but that's a type of fungus, which I think got those other two pumpkins. So with that and my other two fungicides that I have, all that went in this section of the patch. So hopefully, if there is anything that was creeping in, will be getting killed off by that. So what the numbers are, it is at 908 pounds today, and it only gained 48.5 pounds, which is this week, which is less than half of what it did last week. And so basically it averaged 6.93 pounds, which is why I started out the reasons why I think I had the numbers that I did. And I guess as long as I don't see any puddles forming down here, and the bottom always looks good, and the numbers keep creeping along, because that's, to be honest with you, this is kind of how my pumpkins always end up towards this time of the year. They just start crawling. I wouldn't be surprised if the last week of probably the last week before the weigh off, I bet you would probably only do like 2.5 pounds a day. Because that's what I've seen in years past. So hopefully everything stays well, and hopefully I can at least break 1,000 pounds this year and get me out of the 800 pound range rut I've been in the past 4 years. But we'll see. All I can say is a lot of lessons learned, and Mother Nature hates giant pumpkins, and the weather sucks. And I'm being nice right now because still quite upset about the death of those two pumpkins. In fact, let me try to zoom. This was there. That pumpkin still is. I haven't gone over there yet because now I'm. Oh, there we go. Because now I'm afraid of getting any of that fungus on my shoes and on me, and then bringing it over here. So basically, just leaving that half of the patch alone until the weigh off, and then I can go over there and clean everything out. But until then, I'm just sticking over by this pumpkin. So hopefully next week I will still be able to give you numbers for this guy. And to be honest with you, I'm okay if it creeps along, because in reality I am restricting the amount of water. I am kind of holding it back a little bit just because I just want it to survive. I just want something to go to a weigh off. So, you know, if next week numbers might be half of what it is this week, you know. So, and that's just kind of how it is for this year. But anyways, I'm rambling on about negativity, and that's no fun. Hopefully next week's episode will be a little bit more uplifting. I really hope so. And so I guess until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.